those of the staff or management of Radio DHODIS. The content broadcast on this show is meant for informational and entertainment only.
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's Good Morning
Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
वनक्कम,
नमस्कारा,
खुशामदीद,
वालेकुम,
सच्चिल,
मीकांदरिकी वंदनमु,
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण,
जय जिनेंद्र,
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते हैं याली मदद,
मौला अली मदद बोलते हैं सारे फीजी मंडल मोले गनीसा बुला बटजन। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे मैसेज वालतु बाबा
and of course myself Altu Rani लेकर आपके लिए को drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्तानी बद जाने।
And right now, a quick look at what's happening on the roads with Raste ka haal total sustainable.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408 912 2479.
Traffic to yaar kahin pe bhi nahi dikhai de. Well, actually, no, I take it back. The North Bay, there's a little bit of traffic over there. People are probably going to some place or whatever because there's a bit of congestion happening over there near the. No. It actually is congestion is because of an accident up ahead, which actually is on 101 southbound north of Sir Francis Drake Boulevard in Larkspur. It's very far off north mein hai. But coming down south, there is a report of an overturned vehicle because of an accident, and there are some injuries also on 280 northbound entering at the Saratoga Avenue in San Jose. Doesn't seem to be impacting traffic because traffic is light as of now on the roads, but that's what I see. So if at all you're trying to get to places safe and sound, don't have to be hurry and everything, leave on time, probably get there on time as well. Our the apps that are so invasive in us, like the Googles and all the MapQuest or whatever app you use, even the Apple for the matter, Apple Maps, they're so invasive. They tell you exactly how long it'll take when you are trying to get to destination, right? Well, let me tell you, but I also told you I'd predicted that we had talked about the fact there's going to be rain today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Well, actually today is going to be cloudy all through the day. You'll be surprised, but tomorrow probably we won't have any showers. We might have a sunny day tomorrow because Saturday is sunny day tomorrow. And we might get back rains again Sunday, and whole of next week we probably will be having showers all the way to the end of the week next post. But right now, Bajan, it is cloudy. Chances of rain very light. It already happened in the morning, so nothing much right now. So probably a wind sheet over you, umbrella advisable. But very important, Bajan, make sure if at all you're going away outside, please mask up. That's very important. Mask up karna bahut hi zaruri hai, Bajan, because we are still there. It's the last leg of our fight with the virus, I suppose. We're getting there, Bajan. Don't worry, we'll make sure we can overcome this together. में इसको definitely हराएंगे, यही तो हमारा मकसद है, Bajan. And let me tell you, अभी आगे बढ़ते हुए, we'll go see what's happening with the news headlines. So let's go towards Fadrani and see what's headlines for today.
Janet Yellen wins Senate panel vote for Treasury. U.S. Senate confirms Biden nominee Austin as the first African-American defense secretary. Biden to sign order to increase pandemic-related food aid. Biden's bold immigration overhaul may face a Republican wall in Congress. Bernie Sanders, who was bundled up at the Biden inauguration, goes viral in a meme. Prosecutors say Oath's militia members conspired in the U.S. Capitol siege. It's being investigated right now. Biden seeks to require international air passengers to quarantine upon arrival. The House is going to be delivering the Trump impeachment charge on Monday, rejecting the Republican push for time. Trump hires a South Carolina lawyer, Bowers, for impeachment defense. There is a special report, if we have time we'll share it. It's coming out about how the US CDC missed the chances to spot COVID-19's silent spread. Canada is deporting thousands of people even as the pandemic rages. It says TikTok deletes some posts promoting illegal pro-Navalny protest. Amazon seeks to halt union election at the Alabama warehouse. In news from India, Bandhujan, a famous devotional Sikh Narendra Chanchal passes away. And the phase 1 trial results show that Covaxin has tolerable safety and enhanced immunity. immunity, and many Indians now trust the COVID vaccine. About 8% are willing to get vaccinated right away. More on all that coming up shortly.
And of course, Bajan, let me take a quick look at what's happening with the numbers of the COVID situation. But I'll tell you, Santa Clara County alone is pretty. It's much better than what it was some time ago, but still, nevertheless, the new cases, 500 new cases are being cropping up every day. It's almost like a 0.5% increase. Because you wonder why 0.5? Because we have a total of 94,995 positive cases here in Santa Clara alone, Manajan. Unfortunately, we had a couple more deaths, which is 20 new deaths have been taken. Statewide, if you look at it, there's around 3,039,000 cases of confirmed cases of COVID have been published, and also which is resulting in 35 deaths actually, which is a very grim thing. We are almost there. We need to get the vaccinations has to come through for everybody, Bunjan. Taki, we can actually get over this, right? And if enough amount of people get vaccinated, automatically we get community immunity, we call it, and then we probably will be in a much better place to contain the virus. So that's something which you got to remember, Bunjan. Abhi ke liye, let me go to Gani Akira for you guys, which actually is in fond memories of Narendra Chanchal ji, who passed on. When you think about him, you think about all the wonderful songs he sung in the movies about Mataji, and of course, Aaj being Friday is a special dedication to all the Durga Shakti Mata for everybody out there. So here is a nice song in the voice of, actually this has Narendra Chanchal and also has Mohammad Rafi in it, so I thought I'll present this for you guys. The movie name is Asha, 1980 ka gana Bunjan. The time Jitendra was doing a lot of movies which were bhakti oriented. Varma Banajan, a very talented person who actually used to come here to Bay Area also for different performances. Banajan, I think I also have had the opportunity to meet this gentleman, Narendra Chanchal ji, and it was a wonderful experience to see him, the energy he had when he came here also. Jab bhi Jagrata mein aate the wo log, goes, he used to travel around the world and everything. So anyway, he's fondly remembered. May his soul rest in peace, and prayers going out to the family. But Banajan, right now I'll give more of the Ghana towards the end of the show, Banajan. But usse pehle, how about we go catch the news in detail, and if at all you happen to miss out any of the news we share with you guys on air, you know where to go, Banajan. MediaMahima.com. Again, that's MediaMahima.com.
Americans are becoming more willing to get the coronavirus vaccine available to them. About 66% say they'll try to get vaccinated, according to our latest CNN poll. Now, that is up 51% from 51% in October, when people were saying that they're not going to get vaccinated. And now it looks like in California they're going to be changing the way the vaccination is going to work. Earlier it was like essential and healthcare workers, and then age above 75. Now they're planning to change it and make it completely an age-based system, that first everybody above 65 is going to get the vaccine, and then there's other people who come into the different tiers. But that means that a lot of teachers, nurses, healthcare providers, all these people will not get their vaccine until much later. So we'll bring you updates about how that's going to pan out as well, Bunjan. With regard to the coronavirus, President Biden announced a national strategy to get the coronavirus pandemic under control. It begins with the national vaccination campaign to administer 100 million shots during his first 100 days in office. Biden also signed executive orders to bolster the pandemic response and testing capabilities, and issued a federal mask mandate for interstate travel. Dr. Anthony Fauci says he's confident that the U.S. Can and should vaccinate up to 85% of the adult U.S. population by summer's end. Meanwhile, the U.K. is considering closing its borders to contain COVID-19 variants, and may offer more money to people diagnosed with the virus as an incentive to self-isolate. And Japan insists that the Tokyo Olympics will go on this summer. despite rumors of cancellation. Biden is seeking also to require international passengers to quarantine upon travel. Now, he issued an executive order on Thursday that would not only implement a federal mask mandate, as I shared before, in interstate transportation, but it's also requiring this quarantine upon U.S. arrival. The order says, to the extent feasible, air travelers must comply with the applicable U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention guidelines concerning international travel, quote, including recommended periods of self-quarantine, unquote. It does not explain how this is going to be enforced. It also directs U.S. agencies to hold talks with Canada and Mexico regarding public health protocols for land ports of entry, including implementing CDC guidelines. Nearly all non-essential travel at U.S. land borders with Canada and Mexico is suspended through February 21st. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the White House right now. More executive orders are expected to come today as Biden continues to swiftly overturn his predecessor's policies. One order focuses on raising the minimum wage to $15 for the federal workforce, and the other on expanding assistance for Americans in need. The Biden administration has its work cut out for it elsewhere. In coming days, the Justice Department must decide what to do with cases in which it has been able to defend former President Trump. The White House has also ordered a new intelligence review of Russian misdeeds, including the recent SolarWinds hack. At the same time, it will pursue an extension new START treaty, a nuclear arms control agreement with Russia that expires next month. Also, on Biden's foreign policy to-do list, figure out ways to address rising tensions with China and Iran and deal with the growing nuclear threat of North Korea. In the meanwhile, the U.S. Senate Finance Committee on Friday unanimously approved Janet Yellen's nomination as the first woman Treasury Secretary, indicating that she will easily win full Senate approval, but Republicans called for her to work with them in developing economic policies. Nomination was approved 26-0 in the evenly split committee, with concerns expressed by Republicans about President Joe Biden's ambitious plans for massive coronavirus relief spending, infrastructure investment, and tax hikes failing to sway them against the former Fed Reserve chair. The U.S. Senate also confirms Biden nominee Army General Lloyd Austin to serve as Secretary of Defense, who becomes the Black American in the role. The vote was an overwhelming 93-2 in the 100-member chamber, far more than the simple majority needed. As I mentioned before, U.S. President Joe Biden is going to be signing two executive orders aimed at spending pandemic stimulus checks to families who need it the most, and increasing food aid for children who normally rely on school meals as a main source for nutrition. He has proposed a $1.9 trillion stimulus package and is using the two orders to try to ease the burden on people while the legislation is still being negotiated in Congress. He has made fighting the pandemic an early focus of his new administration. Remember, we talked about the immigration overhaul bill, Bandujan, yesterday. Joe Biden's bold immigration overhaul may face a Republican wall in Congress. It was a bold opening salvo from the incoming administration of Joe Biden, an immigration bill that would open up paths to citizenship for roughly 9 million people living in this country illegally. There's also good news for H-1B holders, where he has proposed the country caps be removed for H-1Bs, and also the paths to green cards, permanent residence, and citizenship being made easier by removal of country caps. But even the Democratic senator leading the charge acknowledged on Thursday that passing it would be a Herculean task. The senator, a longtime immigrant rights champion, Robert Menendez, said in a video call with business groups, labor unions, and migrant advocates, they will need to convince a broad swath of Americans to support the measure, while allies in the business community would have to push for it with everything that you've got, is what they're saying. We will bring you that update right here. Now, many of you might have seen this really funny meme of Senator Bernie Sanders wrapped up in a winter coat with his mittens, presidential inauguration. It's now a fashion icon for looking like he was running an errand at the historic event. Amid a sea of designer coats, the 79 senator made a sartorial statement on Wednesday by showing up in a jacket by snowboarding equipment company Burton and homemade wool mittens carrying a large browed envelope. As a practical Vermont dad look became an instant meme. And for those of you who haven't seen it, there's like some hilarious on the internet all out there, Bandajan. There is some investigation being done right now. Prosecutors are saying that 3 people affiliated with a far-right militia group conspired to breach the U.S. Capitol. The first time they have directly accused people of organizing this violent Jan 6th uprising that left 5 people dead. In fact, investigations are also underway to see if any of the members of Congress were complicit and had a role to play. There is investigation that's being conducted right now. There is also an ethics inquiry that's happening. In the meanwhile, let's also tell you, Bandajan, that the Democratic-controlled U.S. House of Reps is ready to deliver an impeachment charge against former President Donald Trump to the Senate on Monday, rejecting Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's request for a delay. Senate Majority Chuck Schumer, who displaced McConnell as Chambers leader after Democrats won 2 Georgia runoff elections this month, announced the move on the Senate floor on Friday. I guess we're running out of time, but one big news that's coming out from the tech front is the fact Amazon is seeking to halt the union elections at our warehouse. This has been something that has been a bone of contention between Amazon management and also their staff. Amazon Inc. has filed a motion asking the U.S. National Labor Relations Board to halt these union elections at its Bessemer, Alabama warehouse scheduled to start on February 8th. And after a big hack of the U.S. government, Biden has enlisted a world-class cybersecurity team to handle this. And one of the biggest hacks has been attributed to the Russian spies. It is great to see the priority of the new administration is going cyber, said Susan Spalding, who's the director of Defending Democratic Institutions at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Well, that's pretty much what we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Babe. And we'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. And if you want to catch up on any of the news stories that we shared, you can always, if you've missed the first part of our show, you can always go back to Facebook and watch the show again. Or you can go and follow us on YouTube channel being Radio Day Hotties. Remember, Banjan, you can access Radio Day Hotties anywhere. Download the Radio Day Hotties app on iOS and Android all day long. You get great music, great entertainment. Given the fact that, everything is, everybody's sheltering in place and we're going to be sitting at home most of the time, you can actually watch this live. Content matters, so you can watch this live at home. Don't have to be that you have to be sitting in your car. Even in your car, Teslas, just ask them to play the Radio Day Hotties app. That's all we have time for right now. We'll see you tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Till then, have yourselves a fantastic Friday.